Well, this is a good start to the video. As we approach Independence Day, I'm reminded that the spirit of independence is about freedom from oppression. And while we no longer have colonial masters, it's hard to say that we're free when what's oppressing us is an international pandemic that confounds our smartest health professionals. Malaysia's experience is the experience of the entire world. The lockdown after lockdown, untold economic damage, entire industries turned over, shut down, made redundant, lost livelihoods, and millions of lost lives. In the days leading up to my vaccination appointment, I was angry, fearful. The science of vaccination isn't really something that's in dispute for me, but that's not why I was afraid. What freaks me, and probably most Malaysians out most about this pandemic, is our country's response to it so far. A response drastically affected by the politicking that is a constant feature of our public life, but ill-suited to fixing an international pandemic. Yet, considerations of politicking aside, I knew that I was extremely privileged to be able to take the COVID vaccine when millions of people are waiting. But just before my vaccination, a twist took place. I had learned that 204 people at my vaccination center had gotten COVID just 3 days before my appointment. So, yep, had to break out the vitamin C. My friends are telling me right now that IDCC, we're going to be getting 45-minute wait time. The irony is not lost on me that the one thing that's meant to prevent me from getting COVID is also the biggest possible risk for me to get COVID. He's grabbed me a card that represents my fortune for this vaccination appointment. Oh. But then another random thing happened that gave me assurance and also made this video possible. A woman was injected with an empty syringe during her vaccination, and that then triggered YB Khairi Jamaluddin to say,
"Sekarang ni penerima vaksin bolehlah video suntikan vaksin mereka. Go and film yourselves and take a video of your vaccination so that you have hard proof, and we also have hard proof that you've received the proper dosage for your vaccination."
Mr. Jamaluddin, you don't know what you've unleashed. I'm gonna get vaxxed right now in good old Malaysia. Let's go. And so the preparations began. Water right there. We may or may not have over-prepared. Not even just one mask, but double mask. Are you serious? Yeah. Be a secret lab titan. I will see you later. The journey begins. Bon voyage. Okay, God bless. God bless indeed. And so I left in Mr. Goh Hock Hoon's professional vaccine buggy. The journey begins. Uncle, you got your vaccine already? Yeah?
I got already.
Wow.
2 doses.
Oh, 2 doses already finished already. Okay, set. Not gonna lie though, that car ride was pretty nerve-wracking for me because of what had happened at IDCC.
Those one day and
Sanitize
the whole trip.
How sanitized are they gonna be? But as I went along this epic journey, I calmed myself down, remembered my preparations, and breathed. And before I knew it, we'd arrived. Oh my gosh, look, it's my lucky numbers. Here we were, to get vaccinated to humanity's greatest enemy. Just scan? Okay, awesome. Thank you. I walked in a little bit of a daze. A bit disoriented, partly because I hadn't been out for so long, partly because I wasn't entirely sure where to go or how long I'd wait. And here we were at IDCC. And honestly, it wasn't all that bad. I found myself a seat and several minutes of socially distanced form filling ensued. The COVID-19 vaccine is provided to control the spread of COVID-19 in the country. No, I did not faint. No, I did not have a history of a severe allergy. Am I pregnant or planning to conceive? Not since the last time I checked. Your number? Then we have Tan Wing Sing. Yeah, your number? 871. Celine, you said it was going to take 45 minutes. Yes. Yes.
Sinovac.
Sinovac.
Okay, this one as well. Is that a camera?
Yeah.
Oh, you know?
360 camera, you know.
Oh, 360.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your occupation?
I run my own education business. I send kids to universities in the US. Also, my student was telling me that this place is actually a ballroom. People would normally dance here. Social distancing, you know, you have to stand like at least 1 meter away from 1.5 meters away from your partner. Yeah.
Today, we're going to give Sinovac lah. The side effect will be different lah according to people.
Okay, but I'm not gonna turn like magnetic or like start swinging from rooftops, right?
No.
Alright. Am I gonna be able to start speaking Russian?
Nonsense.
Up to this point, I was pleasantly surprised because everything was moving along quickly. Social distancing was effective, there weren't any technical problems. Gotta say, it was also improved because the volunteers were so cheerful and friendly despite what had happened.
Okay, great, thank you. Alright, amazing.
It was basically a really efficient and well organized operation with basically no hiccups whatsoever, except maybe this one.
Oh, okay. I thought you said follow the pathway. I can see, I can see. Okay, yes. Hello.
And finally, the moment of truth. It didn't feel real, but here I was at the beginning of the end of the pandemic.
Okay, okay. Meditation, meditation. Okay.
Okay, drama queen, you can open your eyes now.
Oh, dah. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Amazing. Okay. Terima kasih. Okay, terima kasih. Thank you. Alright. Sick. We're done. Yes. So this is like observation.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Oh, okay.
This 15 minutes, they will arrange and they will call you. They will give you a second appointment.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes starting now.
Look at that. We waited for 5 minutes. We waited for 10 minutes. We waited for 50 years. We waited until the end of time and all civilizations had crumbled into dust, leaving nothing but a memory for alien civilizations to later come and locate us.
Somewhere close to and just before the heat death of the entire universe. Alright, observation period took a little more than 15 minutes, but we were basically almost done.
Please tengok the form yang anda diberikan. Okay, check the small card, check your name, check your IC number. Kesalahan apa-apa boleh buat pembetulan sebentar nanti. If your card tak ada masa for appointment, tidak mengapa, just datang for your second dose the same time as the first dose. Okay, noted? Please bring the small card. It is compulsory to bring the small card. Anda dibagikan membawa small card anda. Okay? Dalam 2 hari nanti, please tekan COVID-19 status and update it. Kalau tiada sebarang masalah, anda boleh keluar dan pergi ke rumah masing-masing.
And just like that, we were done. For the first dose, anyway.
Alright, that was a thoroughly wholesome experience. Good job.
What can I say? It felt good to walk past that sign. And it also felt good to do, well, this.
Just like, you don't actually need this.
As I left IDCC that day, part of me was happy, but a part of me was, I guess, unsatisfied. I expected things to be worse, to be broken, to not function as they should. And yet they did. It doesn't tell me that all vaccinations in Malaysia will be a bed of roses, though it does serve as evidence that we don't get to decide everything is part of our nightmares just cause we want them to be. And somehow a reminder of that quote that nothing, truly nothing ever, is as good or as bad as it seems. And as I go on with life, leaving the IDCC, I'll go on with that lesson for today and hit all the way back. Thanks a ton, IDCC staff, for an awesome, efficient, and fun experience, if I dare say so.
And we're back.
And I'll see you in the next video. When is my vaccination appointment?
You are a seashell mouse, and seashells do not get COVID.
subscribe.